AI is coming for your job if you have anything to do with writing, coding, or summarizing. Mary Meeker's new AI Trends report says that by 2030, AI will replace humans in 10 major tasks. No drama, just data. And here's what AI is on track to do better than you. It can write emails, summarize meetings, code websites, make schedules, create customer service replies, and answer FAQs. Some other things are also coaching employees, predicting decisions, and organizing tasks while also drafting reports. If that sounds like your entire workday, it probably is. But the flip side is that if AI can do your job, you can use AI to do your job faster and then use that time to work on higher value skills like managing, selling, creating, and leading. Some more emotional stuff too. Don't fight the tools. Learn AI.
I'm going to keep this short, but if you were a college student who's using ChatGPT to do most or all of your coursework, lock in with me really quick. Let me put it this way. You, individually, you are training generative AI models to be better than you at any of the jobs that you could possibly land after graduation. My guess is you're probably not aware of this because you're not yet in the workforce, but there are virtually no entry-level positions available anymore at any major companies that actually pay well or have good benefits packages. The only people that are going to get hired or keep their jobs during this boom of AI are the people that have such complex understandings of various subjects that AI simply can't compete with yet. And every time you ask it a question, you are decimating your chances at being one of those people.
Y'all did not hear there at the end of this year, at the end of 2025, so many jobs are finna be lost, and AI is, oh my God, AI is finna take over everything. Like, when I mean take over everything, they're finna take over the jobs that is ongoing right now. So within the next few years, like over 1 million jobs, if I'm not mistaken, or a little bit over 1 million jobs will be taken. And a lot of people will be freelancers. So for the people that don't know what that means, in technical talking, that means if you don't have a certification, get into something with technology. Go to school for technology, get into something with technology or engineering, because that's what's finna be needed. Everything else is, majority of the things right now is finna get replaced with artificial intelligence, okay? So just to keep y'all on game, just peep, watch.
AI is going to replace 92 million jobs. And everyone's like, don't worry about it, just develop new skills. But there's a huge problem. So the big report that came out about this was basically there are 3 new skills that you have to master if you want to survive in the new job climate. Carbon intelligence, virtual intelligence, and AI proficiency. Q, what do any of those mean? How do you measure those skills? I'm calling BS on this, guys. I think that there's going to be a huge talent gap and nobody's going to know how to fill it. So yeah, what skills? Beats me.
81% of companies already run generative AI at least in one function. This is being piloted inside enterprise level. 25% of enterprises will deploy autonomous agents by 2025, 50% by 2027. This is Deloitte. IBM froze hiring for 7,800 back office roles. It expects AI to absorb. This is from Bloomberg. World Economic Forum, 23% churn rate in 5 years in terms of jobs. Listen, this is a very, very, very real thing that we are going to have to deal with. And I say this as a person who is talking with and working with $500 million, $1 billion companies where people are trying to pilot. They are rolling out enterprise level agents to run to see how they work. Right now, it's just the scale of it. The magnitude of it hasn't caught up. We just haven't caught up. We are still very much so inside of that early adopter phase. But this will mature. And maturing, this technology maturing and agents getting better and models getting better is directly, as we start to adopt more, we are going to see job displacement, job disruption increase. This will be a reality. This is a tool that compresses the knowledge supply chain. It does not create opportunity downstream unless you train people to use the tools. What this tool will do will concentrate very specialized skills into, can you run agents? Can you build? Can you design? Can you deploy? Can you operate an agentic system? If you cannot, then why do you work here?
Decision friends are worried because The AI can now read the X-ray images to an accuracy of 98%. That's really high. So if it can read with 98% accuracy, then there's a very big threat to the profession. Imagine going to medical school and studying 10 years, going into medical school debt, and then being ousted by AI. That's not just going to happen to radiologists, but that can happen to any profession. As AI increases in capability, human capability will be relatively diminished.
I manage quite a few people at work, and a lot of them are scared at the moment. If you've not had a career yet and you've never had the chance to learn skills at a higher level, AI is coming for entry-level jobs. Yesterday, the CEO of Anthropic came out and he said that in the next 5 years, 50% of entry-level jobs would potentially be wiped out. And there's panic. Rightly so. It's a scary time to live in. But there's one thing that will set you apart. Ignore that. There's two things that will set you apart. The one thing, and I think that is going to be the most important thing, creativity. AI is not coming for creativity. It's going to set you apart in the job market of the future. Two, social connections. Communities are growing everywhere. Every influencer is looking to build their own community, their own offline community as well. And networking is going to become so important. And I think while we live in an insanely scary time, focusing on creativity, connecting different, like lateral thinking, connecting different concepts is something AI won't be able to do as quickly. Really hone in your creative bone. I don't think you'll be part of the 50%.
700 employees have just been laid off and replaced with AI at Klarna. Klarna has just wiped out 10% of its employees. And that's just the beginning. All of these businesses are about to do the same thing because, think about it, they don't have to pay healthcare benefits anymore. They don't have to worry about workers' comp insurance. They don't have to worry about all the HR issues that come with having a business and dealing with people. They don't have to worry about people needing lunch breaks. They now have AI that can do it around the clock, and all the money that they're going to make now and save. This is just the beginning.
Listen up. AI just might replace your job. These are the 3 jobs that AI might replace in the next couple of years. And stick around. You won't believe the last one. Number 1, customer service reps. I'm talking about call centers, chat support, even help desk. Companies are already using AI to answer phones, handle returns, and solve tech issues 24/7. Number 2, retail cashiers. You already see the self-checkout lanes. Stores are looking to cut labor costs, and cashiers are first in line. Now here's the one that might shock you. Number 3, fast food workers. From burger flipping robots to self-automated drive-thrus, fast food chains are already replacing human workers to save time and boost profit. In the next few years, your favorite burger might be made and delivered without a single human hand involved. So start learning how to use AI and not compete with it, because in 10 years, you'll either be using the tools or getting replaced by them.
I just got my first taste of AI potentially replacing me. I do marketing for this client, and they asked me to research some AI marketing tools, and then I realized that the one I'm researching that they asked me to would probably replace me, because I don't know how much it would be worth it for them to continue paying me if they use this service. So I'm basically the architect of my own demise. I'm actually doing research to find the AI to replace me, which is really weird.
Doctors are going to be replaced by AI within 5 years. Nobody's going to replace my annoying personality. Can AI do things better than doctors? Absolutely. Can they have a differential diagnosis that they put together pretty well? Absolutely. Can it look at an image and tell you potentially what's going on? Absolutely. Will the technology get better and better quicker than you think? Absolutely. But let's take an EKG, for example, where we've already had some element of AI telling us what's going on. The cardiologist is still able to look at an EKG and say, the computer actually might have read this a little bit wrong because there's some weird S wave or T wave that it's not picking up. I think it's actually this. But even, let's say the technology gets way better than we could ever imagine, and that's not a conversation. Would you as a patient feel comfortable getting advice from someone or something instead of an actual person. Because you could go to ChatGPT now and get a good guess as to what's going on with the symptoms you describe. But do you feel comfortable? Or do you want a person who's a physician to ultimately tell you what the reality is?
What types of jobs are going to be lost by AI? Data entry. I just had a cousin of mine that got fired. He was a data entry clerk. Gone. The company just installed an AI system that does his entire team's work in minutes. Just a small little agent and an automation that completely killed his job. So for those people that are doing repetitive work, the pattern is clear. It's so obvious. They are going to be replaced. They're going to die. There is no running away from this.
Right now we're kind of seeing two angles of the internet developing. You have people crashing out because they can't find jobs and saying AI took their jobs. And then there's this whole new wave of people creating things with AI that are now making the most money they've ever made in their life. Each protocol they're creating is like bringing in another 20K a month of revenue. There's dudes that are making millions a month from creating things with AI right now. So I think you're going to see that more and more. A major platform, it's called Go High Level. They just launched their own AI agent that's basically like your go-to sales guy that closes calls. He does voice calls. He literally texts people. He does all these different things for you. And it's kind of like, why even have a staff anymore? You can literally implement all these different AI people at different angles of your business, not really have to hire anybody. Brings costs down, and honestly they're more efficient because they don't take any breaks. So you really got to educate yourself right now, because I think you have less than 3 months left to create something with AI before it's starting to get like oversaturated and very hard to get rich, because all the money will be in one hand. Anywho.
And let me just say this. I appreciate Chat GPT just like the next person. It's really convenient. I'm able to do what I need to get done, answer the question I need to ask, all types of stuff. But I cannot ignore the fact that in a few years, by the end of this year, there's a lot of jobs that are going to be obsolete because of the speed and the advancement in technology that computer is absorbing every single day. So I don't know who needs to see this. I don't know if you're looking for a sign or something, but make sure that you are in a career, a trade, a job, a skill set that cannot be replaced by Chat GPT. Okay? So figure it out, look it up, ask Chat what jobs cannot be replaced, and go ahead and secure your future and do what you need to do to make sure that you can survive in this world.
AI could wipe out half of all entry-level white-collar jobs, and that's not according to like some conspiracy theorists. That's according to Anthropic's CEO. Anthropic's whole focus is on responsible AI and leveraging AI to serve humanity's long-term well-being. So understandably, the CEO feels like it's important that people are realistic about the potential of AI to actually take away jobs. It says within the next 5 years, we could see unemployment spike to between 10 and 20%. And that would exceed the kind of unemployment rates that we were seeing during the Great Recession and during the pandemic. So his encouragement is that the government and companies actually start preparing the country for what's coming. If this transition were to happen in a really ethical way, there could be some really interesting outcomes. For example, earlier this year, Reid Hoffman talked about how the 9-to-5 workday might be extinct. He sees a potential for a future where so much productivity is being gained from AI and robots that actually people can be compensated for things that aren't currently compensated, like parenting. Which, by the way, might be a future inspired by the Jetsons, and I'm going to age myself here, but on the Jetsons, George would go into the office just 2 days a week for an hour each day. That was all he had to do because robots were doing everything else. So yeah, maybe we're headed for a future where so much of what's required for society to function is handled by AI and robots that we're all able to just enjoy our lives. Or more realistically, what entry-level work looks like might change. Maybe we'll see people interested in white-collar fields need to spend more time in their education phase and doing internships. Maybe it means people need to be less focused on getting careers in the corporate and tech spaces and focus on other industries, or see corporate and tech as things you transition into over time. Personally, as someone who's not an expert and just shares my opinions on here, I think the best thing that people can do right now is figure out how to use AI to accelerate their results, because I do ultimately think those are the people whose jobs are going to be saved.
Well, it's official. We are all cooked and the job market is about to get way worse. The age of AI layoffs is upon us. Just in the last week, Walmart, Microsoft, and Duolingo all announced that they were going to do layoffs. And more in the mix for Amazon, GM, General Mills, just to name a few. And we are going to continue to see layoffs. Now, for a lot of these large companies, they are looking at middle managers and entry level, but really anyone who would be considered a knowledge worker. So think your corporate positions, they are all at risk in the name of efficiency. And when these companies make these layoffs, the stock price goes up. So companies are literally incentivized to do it. So if you are entry level, if you're a mid-level manager, and particularly if you're working at a large company, be prepared that you might get that call that you are laid off. It doesn't matter if you've been at the company for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, everybody is at risk. This is also why many entry-level workers are opting to go into the trades, healthcare, any of those hands-on fields, and are opting out of the knowledge worker lifestyle. Things are about to change big time, and this is just the beginning. More layoffs to come in 2025.
What do y'all think about this? I don't think enough people are talking about how the rise of AI could potentially impact their job. The CEO of Anthropic, Dario Amodei, I think I'm pronouncing his name right, is predicting that AI within the next 5 years could wipe out at least 50% of all entry-level white-collar jobs. And this impact is going to really impact college, students who are just leaving college. And so I just want to know your thoughts on this. What are you all thinking about the rise of AI and its impact on the workforce? And I want to put this last thing out here, that the fields that are going to be most impacted by the rise of AI, where jobs could be eliminated or strongly impacted, is law, marketing, tech, and finance. So for all of my professionals out there, do you have any concerns that your job may be impacted by AI?
Why are you still treating AI like it's some cool tool that you could just use every once in a while in the corner, and not like it's something that's going to replace you in the next 6 months, or at least help replace you in the next 6 months? Like, I don't think you understand how real this is, on how fast AI is moving. And all you're doing with it is putting your picture in to create yourself a Studio Ghibli character style image. When your colleague is figuring out a way to automate not only their work but yours, get double to triple the output, and then pitch that to your manager so that they can stay and have success, and you're going to be on the next round of layoffs. Like, I'm not trying to fearmonger at all. I'm not trying to scare you unless you need it, because this is a real thing. This is really happening. Klarna got rid of all of their customer service agents for an AI software. The entire division. Like, you don't think that's going to come your way? So I want to know, what are you using AI for? Like, are you using it to create really cool cartoon images of yourself? Or putting in the latest ChatGPT prompt that you saw go viral on TikTok that you saved on how to turn AI into a better therapist for you? Like, or are you actually using it to figure out how to use AI-powered automation to double and triple your output without putting as many hours into work? Are you trying to figure out how to use it to solve real problems that your company is going through so that you can continue to have a career and you don't get replaced by somebody else who does? And if you're not the second person, what are you waiting for? What is it that you're not seeing in content or that you're not learning about that would help you learn these skills faster? Because I'll tell you, in the next 6 months to a year, AI is going to look totally different. This isn't the ChatGPT of 2022. This is what companies are really investing in, and they're quietly replacing your job right now. The data's already out there on how many companies are investing in this. Over 70% of them are investing in this and are looking for talent that knows how to use AI to augment their work and get double to triple output. So what are you doing and why are you waiting?